What's up, guys? It's your boy TPP, and I'm back with that true crime talk, baby. Let's go. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Happy Hump Day. Happy Hump Day. Hopefully, y'all are rolling with a little bit more pep in your step than I am today. I'm telling y'all, if I pray for your boy, pray I survive this peak season. I still got a whole another month of these 1 a.m. start times. They're trying to snatch my soul out of my chest. That's what they're trying to do. They're literally trying to just steal my essence out of me, just like all desire to do anything. I'm telling y'all, straight zombie mode. But I'm here. I'm here. Can't slow me down, baby. Not work, not the haters, none of them. But anyways, guys, before we jump in, can you guys do me a huge favor? Smash those likes, smash those shares. If you're new here, whether you're here live or you're catching a replay, smash that subscribe. Help your boy out. Help your boy out. Yo, because I'm sure, well, I know some of you have seen it. You guys notice it because you guys reported to me. I'll get messages. Mom messaged me the other day about it. She was like, 1 minute you'll have you'll get like 10 new subscribers, and then throughout I'll notice that 2 or 3 will drop off, and then 2 or 3 will come back, and 2 or 3 will drop off. And I was all, and what you also notice is that it happens right before I'm going to go live or during the live, right? So what that is there's 2 individuals out there that really dislike me. One's a troll, one's another content creator. And what they're doing is they're using their alt accounts to subscribe and then unsubscribe. They're trying to hurt me in the algorithm. They're trying to, you know what I mean, hurt the sub count. And it's an effective tactic, and there's nothing I can do about it. But that's where I need y'all to help me out and just smash some buttons, because they messing with me, y'all. They messing with me. All right, let me see who I got here. Gator Hater, smash that button, but it stayed at 0. YouTube needs to get it together. I know that happened to me in 2 other live streams today. I didn't jump in the chat rooms, but I was at Dumplings and I smashed live, gave her a view, and did the same thing. And then when I went to go watch Dolly, same thing. Irritating. Criminal Med, good to see you. Good to see you. Miss Dakota, good to see you. Tinsy, good to see you. Miss Julie Delk, Mom, good to see you. Brooke Nicole, good to see you, Brooke. Says, hi, everybody. I hope everyone's having a great day. I am. Even though I'm tired, it's still a good day. I'm here. I'm here with y'all. So it's a great day. Little Mama, good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see who else I got. Miss Pat, good to see you. And thank you, Little Mama, for smashing that button on the way in. Appreciate you. All right, guys. Looks like I'm caught up with who we got here so far. Thank you all for being here once again. And before we get into it, also, let me see. Rumble, all my people over on Rumble, thank you for being here. And all my people on Facebook, thank you all for being here. All right, guys. So, apologize. You all seen the thumbnail, so you guys know what we're getting into. And I felt like it was pretty fitting that we should cover this week, and this should happen this week, because Criminal Med, I should say. Criminal Med went and put those nice little memorials up, and quite fitting that right after that goes up, we have the hearing and we have the sentencing, right? So, and we get to hear from victims and all that. I just feel like it was perfect timing for us to cover this. I mean, I don't think it could have worked out much better. So that's what we're going to get into. We're going to get into yesterday's hearing. We're going to listen to the victim impact statements for the financial crimes. Prepare your emotions. We're going to bypass Creighton reading out all of the counts and everything, all of the crimes, because I think we've all heard those numerous times already at this point. So we're just going to jump into the victim impact statements. Sorry, guys, but we're bypassing Alex little part where he gets to get up and address the victims. I'm going to tell you right now, I want you guys later to go watch it if you haven't already watched it, right? Because I know some of y'all are here, or you probably already watched what we're going to cover, but you want to come give your opinion, and I love it. Thank you for being here. But yeah, the reason I don't want to cover it is because it'll be me stopping it every 10 seconds to tell you how disgusting, how much of a dirty rat liar that dude is. I'll tell you what, this last time hearing him speak, this week in court, oh my Lord. So we're going to listen to the victim impact statements, and then we're going to listen to Judge Newman do the sentencing. And why? Even though most of us already know what the sentence is, why are we going to listen to it? Because it's Judge Newman, and he's about to retire. And that dude he's got a special place in my heart after this trial. That's a good man right there. We need more judges like that, guys. Big time. Oh, you made it, Luis. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I'm here in Hangry Low, out in my car, waiting to get my pizza. Right on. At least you're here. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Criminal man. I'm sorry. Times 170 times in an hour. Yeah. Yeah. Listening to that nonsense, him spew that nonsense, I can't do it, right? I can't do it. In all honesty, we barely even I have enough time for us to get through, the victim impact statements and then listen to Judge Newman, because you all know what my schedule's like right now. My friends, I know a couple people think I'm pretty crazy probably for even doing this right now, trying to attempt to keep doing my live streams during peak season at work. It's literally everybody is straight up in, they're in like zombie mode at work. It's crazy. Let's see. Louise said, yeah, I need it after jury duty. Alert channel. Hi, Dad. Interesting statement. All right, let's see. Criminal man. Alec is sorry about everything, but not really. Oh yeah, and that's part of why I can't watch it again. Everybody can go watch it if they want. I don't want to cover it. Is like I said, we're short on time, so we'll get through the victim impact statements and do our usual side quest chats and whatnot. We'll get through it, but I just don't have time to hear Alec today. I just don't. I don't feel like being extra upset today. Because that's how it is when you listen to old Alex speak. And you know what makes me the most mad? I'm going to be honest with y'all. You know what makes me the most mad about it when I listen to that man speak? Is how freaking good he is at it. It's like, if you didn't know he's a dirty rat piece of garbage, I'm not playing. You might believe the man. If you didn't know his backstory, what he's connected to, he's so good at what he does, you might believe him. So as I was sitting there listening to him talk, I was like, if you didn't know what he's done, dude, you might actually believe him. It's infuriating. So, let's see. Pat Gaines. I'm glad you're not going to show him. Kept on and on and on saying exactly. So I figured y'all would probably appreciate me cutting that part out. I'll be honest with y'all, especially the ones that have already seen it. If you haven't seen it and you want to be irritated as hell, just go watch it. I'll tell you right now. After the live stream, though, don't leave my live stream. Criminal man, no one has received any money. Yeah. Yep. I can't find my parent. Now, see, that's funny trolling, man. See, that's trolling within reason, right? Every once in a while, a little bit of that. I don't care. It's the other nasty stuff, man. I don't like. So, check Messenger. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me say hi to everybody and I'll check. Moto Mom, good to see you. I'm only a little late today. Yeah, we haven't even got into what we're gonna get into, so you good. Miss Emma, good to see you. What time is it over there across the pond where you're at? Louis said, okay, we don't do trolls or drama here. FYI, that's right. My mods will come for your neck if you a troll and you get in here and start getting dumb. It's funny though, because there's a certain troll, not so much the one that messes with my channel, but there's another troll that frequents our community, and he has similar. The way that he sets his sentences up are pretty similar, so a lot of times I could tell if it's him. Let's see. Pat Gaines. He's very practiced at speaking in court, knows how to squeeze out some sympathy from victims. Dude, like a pro. I'll give it to him on that. That man is damn good at lying. He's a pro, absolute pro. Gator Hater TRPP Facebook is not running, just FYI. I went to but not there. It's not running? Let me check. Let me refresh this bad boy. It should be running. You know what, Gator? Scratch that. It's gonna end up airing like 20. I think it's gonna end up airing like 10 minutes, 20 minutes later. I forgot to readjust the time on it, so it's gonna be a little delayed over there. It is what it is. Rumble's up, YouTube's up, so we're good. Rumble's the big one, right? That's where we have the little extra chat room, so where you can be, a little bit more free with your speech over there. Emma, it's 10:25 p.m. Damn. Yeah, if it was 10:25 p.m. here, I'd be just honestly getting ready to wake up for work at this point. Luis said, okay, I still screenshot it to keep a record. Thank you, Luis. You're on point, Luis. Yeah, you guys should go ahead and deal with that person. The first comment was funny, but then you don't come in here and talk about my mods, tell my mods to ban another mod. Yeah, you guys could deal with that, please. Por favor. Miss Steffi, good to see you. Happy Hump Day, man. Happy Hump Day. All right, yeah. Okay, Mom. I'll check it. Let's see. Oh, so you can't see the poll either? Okay. All right, I got you, Miss Julie Dope. Thank you for that heads up. There's not much I could do about the poll though. It won't let me refresh it. Some people, okay, YouTube's acting weird today. I mean, some people's like buttons ain't working. There's all kinds of funky stuff going on with YouTube today. So that's probably what it is. Luis, laugh my ass off. I am a mod. Yeah. You guys, like I said, mods. Most stuff is I'm cool with the light troll, light little funny things. I'm cool with. I have a sense of humor. I like comedy. So I ain't worried too much about light stuff. But when you start, if somebody in our chat's name actually gets brought up, then that's instant timeout. You're just no attacking people here. Moto Mom, about to hang Christmas lights and then make some cakes. I won't say the word and get you started and make it. I thought about you today, Moto Mom, because one of those boxes, from one of those big companies that sells that particular one, I saw it roll through work today. You know what I mean? So I thought about you. I was like, oh damn. But then I got hungry. Okay. So yeah, I already have everything queued up for us. So let me go ahead and pull it up. And I did it. I did a solid, right? So what I did was I queued up right at the point where Alex walking in his beautiful orange, get up, looking real fancy in his get up in his silver accoutrements. You know what I mean? So I know I can't be the only one that gets pleasure out of seeing that man locked up in some chains with that orange on. I can't be. Let's see. The blank and demonic are out in full force. In my opinion, they are being sent. Yeah, Miss Sassy, they are. So check it out, guys. We all know full well, right? You all know that my channel, I'm pretty much a lone wolf. I don't have other creators that collab with me on every show. Like I pretty much do my own thing. I have friends that are creators, and then I'm part of other communities with other creators in it, right? But for the most part, we just over here doing our own thing, right? So that being said, I know full well what's going on, that there are people that have been sent to infiltrate all these creators I'm friends with that are part of this larger community, right? This other community that I'm part of, that most of y'all are part of. I know there's people that have been sent to destroy our friendships and ruin our community. I know that. Ain't gonna happen, at least on my end. I still have love for all the people, and I know some of them are. Dude, they don't even have to lie, man. I know some of them are upset at me, but there's only so much I could have did during that rogue mod situation. But I know full well, Miss Sassy, they sending them over, and we just gonna have to deal with it. You know what I mean? We just gonna have to deal with it. Miss Julie, no, jumpsuit and jewelry. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. It's his look. It's his look, man. That's him all day. That's Alex look. Pat Gaines, y'all, I went and ate the rest of the cheesecake. Now it's gone. She said it. Pat said the word. Moto Mom, Pat said the word. Miss Pat, man. Miss Pat, after I get off this live stream, I still got to go run to the store real quick and get some food because I ain't cooking. I'm too tired. I was just going to go get something from the deli, right? So I got some for lunch tomorrow. And now, you know how hard it's going to be to go in there and not try to buy a little mini cheesecake? You know how hard that's going to be, man? I'm trying to watch my calories right now. Gator Hater, fine justice attire doing the courthouse show. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. Right? We can't be mad at Perfect Pat. That's right. I mean, I can't. I'm smiling. I ain't mad. Dakota Parker, totally off topic, but did Foxy send you a link for life numbers yesterday? I've been reading all day and trying to figure it out. Low. She didn't send it. Oh, she sent it to the group. Everybody in the group that was interested in it checked it out. I already know about it, so and when I say know about it, I've watched copious hours and hours and hours and hours and read so much stuff on the numerology and everything. Yeah, it's quite the read, isn't it, Miss Dakota? Quite the read. Miss Pat, you think that's funny? Think that's funny, Miss Pat? Miss April P, you kind of late, but you're not really. We haven't even started the video, so you know how it is with me. I got to talk for about 30 minutes before we even get into the topic. Luis, okay, my sibling mod holds it down. I got to run and get my pizza. Okay, got you. Yeah, the other mods definitely got your back. Pat Gaines, TPP just surrendered to the cheesecake. That's probably what's going to happen. Probably what's going to happen. Moto Mom, I might be the mom, but she's the queen. She sent it to what group? Oh, I'm sorry. She sent it in chat, Dakota. She had dropped it in chat yesterday during the live stream. Yeah, she didn't send it like directly to me. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this pulled up. And like I said, I got it queued up just right for us. So, and I have it sped up, guys, so we can actually get through this with the way that we talk. We kind of have to do that. You know what I mean? Hindsight's good to see you. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get us into this. Let me adjust this real quick. There we go. Dakota. Okay, I'll try to go back through yesterday's chat. Yeah, man, I should have saved it, but I didn't. Just because I've already had that information. All right, let's get going, guys. Give me some ones to chat. Let me know you guys can hear it. Dude, and like I said, it's speed up right. If it wasn't sped up, dude, it takes him forever to shuffle across the damn courtroom. It's so awkward too. It's so awkward. Hey, real quick, guys, in chat, give me a 1 if you can see the poll. If you were able to see the poll and vote on the poll, give me 1 in chat. I want to see if it's if more people are having issues with it, because I mean I'm seeing some people are voting on it. I just need to know. Yeah, because there's 10 votes on it right now. So okay, well, Dakota, thank you, Moto Mom, thank you. So yeah, Miss Julie Doak, I think it might be your phone or whatever device you're on, or it might be an issue with YouTube, based on what device you're using. I don't know. Like I said, YouTube's been like that. It's been having some issues, especially today. Let's see. Wasn't able to read it. Was all white, so didn't vote. Okay, hindsight. The same thing's happened with my mom. So it must be like a glitch that's happened to some people. Pat Gaines, I can see it, but it's blank. I wonder if it's like a certain device. Are you guys all using like an iPhone or like an iPad or yeah. So there has to be, because it's working for some people and then it's not working for others. So it has to be a glitch within the YouTube system that's causing it. So there's got to be some similarities between the people that it's happening to, like service or device or something. You know what I mean? You're using your cell phone, Android. See, I have an Android too, Pat Gaines. And when I was watching Dolly's earlier and Dumplings earlier, and I was hitting the like button and all that stuff, it wasn't registering. And I saw another poll in another live stream that wasn't registering. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so Androids. It's blank on my Android. Let's see. Mine's been doing this for a week. Usually corrects after restart, but last time. Okay, well, sounds like it's an Android situation, guys. Must be like a situation with the programs YouTube uses. There must be a glitch in it that it's affecting your guys' phones. Like I said, I have one too, and it affected mine earlier. Yeah, so it's all Androids. Almost everybody with the Androids having issues. Android, I had to go out and back in, pull, then it was there. Okay. So you went out, went back in. You guys, you could try to drop out of the chat room and come back in, or try to like drop completely out of the live stream and then come back in and see if it resets it. Miss Evelyn, good to see you. What's the poll? No, on Android. The poll that I have up in chat is, do you agree with the 27-year plea deal? I was just wondering, some people, you don't even have to answer at this point. You can answer at the end of this. But yeah. Let's see. Damn, YouTube filtered my comment again. It wasn't even bad. Gator, YouTube's after you. Gator, I wonder, like, man, I don't know, dude. YouTube's acting real funky lately. Real funky. So y'all have been experiencing it for about a week. And then Steffi, I think I'm behind too. Damn. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. YouTube sucks. My apologies. I'll send them a letter, y'all. I'll send them a letter. Maybe y'all need to send some emails. Be like, y'all need to get your stuff together over there. You're ruining our polling experience. Pat Gaines went out, back in, still blank. All right, guys. Sassy says, okay, was there till I came back in chat. It's crazy. Miss Darcy, thank you for that one. You must be behind a little bit. Luis got my pizza driving home. I'll be back in chat. Be safe, Luis. Be safe. Moto Mom off and on for about a week. Yeah, it's got to be YouTube. Like I said, it's got whatever program YouTube uses to communicate with the Androids. It must be having some type of issue. But yeah, guys, check it out. Like I said, it's not a super important poll. I just want to see where you guys are at with it. Do you agree with the 27-year plea deal? Check it out. If you can't vote up there, drop a 1 for yes you agree and 2 for no you don't agree. That way I can see what you guys are thinking. 1 for yes you agree, 2 for no you don't agree. Open and close poll. All right, check it out. Fine. I'll do that, guys. I'll do that. I'll just start a new poll. Okay. I'll do it for y'all. I'll do it for y'all. Okay. Let's see. Watch. I wonder if it even shows up in your guys' chat. Let me see. All right. There you guys go. I redropped it. So, and then maybe that'll give everybody a chance to, like, I don't know, change their vote if they didn't like the way they voted the first time. Oh, snap, Miss Cat Blanks. Ma'am, good to see you. Good to see you. Again, I've seen most of y'all like at least twice already today. You just don't know it. Let's see. Louise says, I guess one, it depends. Low, okay, see you. And at the end, I'll give you guys my reason. Then I'll give you my my vote and my reason on my vote at the end. Just remind me, guys, at the end if you guys want to know my opinion on it. So yes, that he gets 2 life sentences and 27 more years. Back on my BS. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Hindsight said couldn't see the question, but knew this time, so picked. I like it, Hindsights. I like it. And thank you for smashing that button. Tootie, poll is all white, but it showed for a minute. Yeah, guys, it's definitely YouTube has some type of glitch popping off. And Miss Tootie, I don't think I've seen you here before. Is this your first time here? At least in chat. This is good to see you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so I mean, if it's all white, but you still have the ability to vote, the yes, the top one is yes, and then the bottom one is no. And the question was, do you agree with the 27-year plea deal? Because you guys got to remember, this is 27 on top of the time he just got on the last hearing, right? On top of the time he got for the murders. So check it out. Here's the deal. The total amount of time that he got for the financial crimes, all of it, just that alone, he ain't getting out during his natural born life. Now just tack on, the 2 life sentences, and well, we good. But even if something crazy was to happen, this dude got the murder. He got to have redo the murder trial, and somehow they found him innocent this time. I don't think it's gonna happen. But even if they did, there's enough financial crimes, time with the financial crimes with both of those stacked now. He ain't getting that. He's done. He ain't coming back out. Gator, do you think they'll give him a plea deal on murders now since he has 27 years on these? No, because he's already sentenced for the murders. Gator, that's already done. That's a wrap. That trial happened already this year, and he got guilty. That's it. It's a wrap. So, no, he's done. He's done. Done. And at this point, I don't think his team's gonna be able to pull off getting another trial. At this point, I don't think it's gonna happen. Let's see. Oh, Lady O, good to see you, ma'am. Thank you for being here. This Tootie said, yeah, I saw it, but it went white and I refreshed and now all white. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. That's the second time I put it back up and it's still glitching. So definitely, y'all want to send some emails into YouTube. Y'all, hey, you guys need to fix your situation. You know what I mean? By all means, shoot them people some emails. And while you're at it, tell them to stop blocking me in the algorithm. Be like, hey, you need to help your boy out, all right? You need to get him out there a little bit. Help with the algorithm, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, wouldn't hurt. Gator, know if they give him new trial based on the clerk's issues with. Oh, I get what you mean. Nah, I don't think so, Gator. I think if he does get a new trial, Creighton is gonna gas him again. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? But I don't think they'll give him a plea deal on this. To me, like that would be admitting surrender or defeat. I just don't see it happening. And plus, even if, like I said, even if they have the trial again, it's by some insane chance they find him innocent, the time he's looking at for those financial crimes now, with both of the sentencing being done now, the total amount of time he's seen, he's never going to be a free man. Lanessa Boo, sorry I'm late today. Hi, everyone. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Oh, snap. I didn't even. Moto Mom, thank you so much. Thank you. You just made 5 people's days. Let me check this out. Who got gifted? Emma got one. Miss Fred got one. Huntress got one. Zircon got one. Right? And Joanne Kernan? Yo, you rock. You rock, ma'am. Thank you. Growing the lagoon. 1 fish at a time. Well, 5 fish this case, I guess. 5 fish. Pagans, my dog is freaking out to go potty. Be back, y'all. Miss Darcy, YouTube ate my fishy. It took payment off my card, and I'm not green. Happened in 2 others. I think that's what it's gonna take. I think right now people are gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to go check mine too, because now I'm worried about my memberships. Actually, now that I think about it, when I dropped into Miss Ann's earlier today, and I just was trying to give her some love. Now that I think about it, my badge was gone at Miss Ann's. It didn't register until just now. I'm gonna have to go check my accounts. I think it's people are just gonna have to start complaining, man. Yeah, so many glitches happening right now. Julie Dell, even with the new judge, since our judge is retired. Yeah, I don't think the judge is gonna matter with Creighton. I just don't think so. Especially like, think about it, like give Creighton and the team a whole another run at it, doing it even better. I think that it's just, I don't know. Pat, pray my dog doesn't say a squirrel. Let's see. Miss Joanne, good to see you. Gator, that's why I was wondering about plea deal to a lesser judicial interest as far as cost and time, because he never going to walk, but you're probably right, he'll never admit. Yeah. He made sure on this hearing right here, when he had his chance to speak, he reiterated the fact that he didn't do it, that he didn't do the murders. So that's why I'm like, he's never gonna admit to it. He's just not Alec. And I think in his head, with his narcissism and hubris, I think in his head he thinks that there's a chance that he's gonna be able to get this trial. And I think really what it's coming down to is like his pride, right? Is like he don't mind being a thief, but I don't think he likes the other part of his title, right? The family unaliver part. So if he can get this trial and win it, even though he's never going to see freedom, right? Because of the financial crimes, if he wins it, that'll be like, it'll be victory for him, because then he gets to prove everybody wrong, right? So I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he'd plead to it this one. Plead to the financial, yeah. Other stuff, nah. Little Mom says you're all welcome. I know, guys. I'm behind the chat too. I'll be back again in 5 minutes. Gotta use. 2D, I've seen you before. I'm more of a listener because I can't read and pay attention. I feel you, man. Doing the chat rooms, man, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of reading. You got to be on it. I mean, not so much my chat. It's not that fast. You know what I mean? But some chat rooms, it gets redemption. Let's see. Julie says he never say he hopes they find them. I know. There's so many things that he does say, but the things that he doesn't say speak volumes. With a man that is never at a loss for words, right? The fact that there's certain things that he hasn't said copious amounts of times, yeah, it's pretty telling. 2D says he will pass in prison, and I'm pretty sure we're all hoping that to be the case. Julie Wright, yeah, massive. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it. Been here about official 36 minutes now, so we can finally get into it now.
What's the plan? Yes, sir.
And at first, you can't really hear Mr. Bland too well. At first, just give it a minute. The audio will pick up.
These cases, a lot of personal sacrifice, a lot of ups and downs, and just on behalf of the families that I represent, my partner Ronnie represents, just want to thank you. I also want to thank Attorney General Alan Wilson and Assistant Attorney General Creighton Waters, who is just a tremendous ambassador of justice. They've had a dogged pursuit of Alex Murdaughs in these cases, both the financial and obviously the murder cases. And Creighton is just a tremendous public servant. This day, Your Honor, was coming for 2 years, and we're happy it's here today. I just want you to know that we are satisfied that this is a very, very strong sentence that has been agreed to by the parties. It sends a clarion bell signal to not only attorneys, but to anybody who wants to victimize the vulnerable.
Sorry, guys, I got to stop it. Good to see you. See you later. Good to see you. I like that mirror on the wall. See you later.
This was predatory behavior. This wasn't Enron. It wasn't WorldCom. It wasn't stealing money from faceless people, from shareholders. This was Alex Murdaughs stealing money from those that were closest to him. Gloria Satterfield, who broke bread with him and his family for 22 years, helped raise his kids. Jordan Jenks, that you'll hear from, lifelong friend since they were 8 years old, grew up, played ball together. This is close theft. This is the unicorn of all thefts. And, he's on the Mount Rushmore of all criminals. He hit for the cycle. He's convicted of money laundering, convicting of conspiracy, convicting of fraud. And most importantly, hit the home run, he was convicted of double murder. This is somebody that has tarnished our legal profession and tarnished our state. And,
needless to say, this whole part right here, every attorney that gets their chance to speak, dude, they flame the hell out of them. I love it. Every part of it.
We spent the past 2 years focusing on Mr. Murdaughs, but today is when we focus on the victims and the impact that his actions have had on victims. I met you for the first time at the bond hearing in October of 2021. I had never had the honor of appearing before you. And during that hearing, I said to you that Mr. Murdaughs needs to drink from the same cup of justice that every other criminal defendant has to drink from in our state. And I think today he's getting that full cup. It's served hot. And I'm very proud of what our state has done. But now let's focus on the victims. My partner, Ronnie, and I have had the pleasure of representing Tony Satterfield and Brian Harriet, along with the siblings of Gloria Satterfield. We've represented Alicia and Hannah Plyler, two sisters that you've heard about that were victimized by Alex Murdaughs. Jordan Jenks. We represented Sandra Manning. Nobody ever heard of Sandra Manning. She was the sister of Gloria Satterfield. $28,000 was missing. She was also a victim of Alex Murdaughs. We've represented Blake Hodge. Now, we've heard a lot of cases that talk about money theft, but there's a whole slew of other cases out there that deal with Mr. Murdaughs taking their cases. Blake Hodge was a paraplegic. And guess what he didn't do? He didn't file the cases on time. And the case was lost on the statute of limitations. Those are victims too. We've represented Melvin Edwards, who's the father of Hakeem Pickney. We talked a lot about Mrs. Pickney and Hakeem, but Hakeem had a father, Melvin Edwards. And there are some issues that concern that. So now I'm going to focus on Gloria Satterfield, because that was the trial that we would be doing yesterday. We were going to start this trial. And Gloria, I get very frustrated when I hear that she was just a housekeeper. She was so much more than that. I think Alex would agree she was so much more than that. She helped raise their kids, of Maggie and Alex's kids, Paul and Buster. She was a good woman. She was a good mother to Brian.
Okay, obviously I got to do fair use stops, right? All that good stuff. Let me just interject something real quick. We've heard from copious amounts of people of how involved Miss Satterfield was in helping raise those boys, right? Then part of why I'm not playing Alex part of this, right, where he gets to get up and address everybody, is because he addresses the Satterfield family and says, with all due respect, me and my wife raised them. Dude, when he said that shit, oh my God, guys, I was like, how are you going to disrespect this woman when you know damn well your busy, doped up ass, you didn't raise them boys. Them boys didn't get raised. Look at what they did, man. They had free range. The only parental stuff they had was from their mom and Miss Satterfield. Get out of here, Alex. Dude, when he said that stuff to him, I was so, oh man, I got a little worked up. Jamie K, good to see you. Hey, what's good, everyone? Man, it's been a little while since I've seen you. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Oh, snap. Rooster Cake's in the house. What's up, my brother? Back on my BS. They wasn't raised. They was kept alive. Big difference. That's what I'm saying. Them boys have free range. They was free range raised with money. Like, come on, man. And you know, like all the people around that family, like they all probably had more bearing, like in a good way, on those children than the parents did. Like, let's just be honest. Both parents let them do whatever the hell they wanted. So, but anyways, I just had to share that with you guys in case you didn't see that part whenever he spoke. If you didn't watch him speak yesterday, oh, it's infuriating. Absolutely infuriating.
And Tony. And Alex exploited that woman, the woman who was in his house, the woman who helped raise his kids. He exhibited this type of predatory behavior where these people are not as educated as he was and is as a former lawyer. And he knew that they had something valuable. And he believed that their cases were his cases instead of the cases belonging to the client. So I'm going to introduce Brian Harriet. I'm going to introduce Tony Satterfield to the court and to everybody here. They're wonderful kids. They're glorious kids. Brian is a wonderful man, but he's
it's like he could just steal money from people that were of sound mind, and you know what I mean, dude. He stole from some of the most vulnerable, absolutely the most vulnerable people you could like take money from. Absolute slime ball, man. Absolute slime ball. I feel so bad for these boys. Jamie K, I know had the fam in town from Louisiana. Glad to catch you live today. I'm glad you're catching me live too. Hopefully you had a good time with the fam. Let's see. Criminal Med, he was giggling at the judge. Man, that dude, I caught Alex doing a lot of stuff. I caught him doing a lot of stuff that I wasn't real happy with at all.
Vulnerable adult. And Alex Murdaughs took advantage of this vulnerable adult. And it gnaws at me. And when I heard Mr. Wooders get up and go through the litany of crimes, I got nauseous. I'm sure I'm not the only one that got nauseous here. And so let's not delude ourselves. He's not just guilty of 22 crimes. He's guilty of all 102 of those crimes. And he will live knowing that he is guilty of those crimes. These boys, these men are wonderful Christian men, but their death of their mother was used to steal, to enrich himself at their expense. And, you know, I heard when he pled guilty, I wasn't in the courtroom a couple weeks ago, he used the words, I wrongfully obtained. That's not wrongfully obtained. He stole. He used the right word. He was a thief. He used the word and said, I misrepresented. No, you didn't misrepresent. You lied. That's what we have to talk about in this courtroom. He was a thief.
I love the fact that he's calling out Alex snake talk, man. His forked tongue vocabulary. He does that stuff. He absolutely does that stuff. He tries to like just sugarcoat shit so well. It's so infuriating. So the fact that he gets called out on it, I loved it. I was like, hell yeah, drop that mic, man. Drop it on it.
And he stole and he lied to these clients, those that are closest to him. He lied to his law partners. He lied to his own brother. $3.5 million of the $4.3 million that was recovered on behalf of the death of Gloria Satterfield, he stole. He took. And you heard Mr. Wooders, there's Mrs. Pickney coming in the courtroom. You heard Mr. Wooders say he stole every dime, everything, every last penny from them. And, you know, I heard it said that, you know, Alex said 2 weeks ago, I'm really happy that I'm finally able to be pleading guilty, that I've been wanting to do this since September of 2021. No, you need to hear, Your Honor, what he has done since September of 2021 in order not to have accountability and in order not to accept responsibility for what he did. When we had the bond hearing, after the bond hearing, his lawyer said in a gaggle that the Satterfield should look to others to get their money. They shouldn't look to Alex, that there's other people that are responsible for that. That was the start. We sued him civilly.
Miss Justice Jane, good to see you. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday.
He didn't answer the complaint and accept liability and deny damages, which he could have done. He denied liability. From 12/21 through May of 22, we, my partner Ronnie Richter and I, negotiated a confession of judgment, the same confession of judgment that was introduced as, I think, Exhibit 23 by Mr. Waters, for $4.3 million. The money that he stole. He accepted responsibility. Did he? You'll hear in a second. He did not. But that took 6 months to get a simple confession of judgment that should have been signed immediately. The murder.
Miss Justice Jane says, thank you for the membership, to whom it was so kind. Man, I can't remember who gifted you yours, Justice Jane. I have a lot of awesome, very supportive people in this community, but I'm sure one of them's got to be in here. So one of you ladies that gifted it, thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Trial. Mr. Harpootlian, who's a wonderful lawyer, probably one of the best our state has ever produced, denigrate this guy on cross-examination, Tony Satterfield. Disrespected him. That's not a man that's accepting responsibility. That's not Alex Murdaughs accepting responsibility. After the trial ended in March, Mr. Murdaugh tried to add these two men to the federal court Nautilus action as party defendants. And it was said that if Nautilus wants any money, don't get it from Mr. Murdaugh. You got to get it from these guys, because Mr. Richter and I, we recovered money, more than $7.5 million for them, but from other sources. If that wasn't enough, and Judge Gergel denied that motion, that wasn't enough to stop him. In the summer, they filed a motion to vacate the confession of judgment that he gave to them in May of 2022. He signed his name. He had two really good lawyers helping negotiate the terms. It was notarized under penalty of perjury. But then he went and filed a motion in our state court trying to vacate that confession of judgment.
Dude, Alec is an absolute freaking apex slime ball. Apex slime ball.
Judge Price denied it in August. Wrote an order that said, not happening. You gave it freely, voluntarily, without coercion or duress. You're a smart man. You knew what you were doing. Did it end there? No. They appealed it. They appealed that. Did it end there? No. We were supposed to have a trial, but for his plea 2 weeks ago, what happened next? They attacked the jury pool in Beaufort County. Incapable of being objective and fair because of all the publicity, the pretrial publicity. They didn't end it there. They attacked you. They filed a motion to recuse you.
Let's see. Tootie says, anyone that has a nanny doesn't raise their kids. Mom might have helped a little. I'll agree with that, Tootie. I'd say probably a very, 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 very small percentage of children with a nanny get like both parents being hands-on. You usually have a nanny because, well, they're usually super busy people, right? Usually higher income, higher earners. Back on my via says apex slime ball. Love that term. Just give me credit for it if you use it, okay? Be like, I heard this term from my boy. Justice Jane, glad there is no drama here as a viewer. It gets old, people hating on each other. So thank you. Justice Jane, I'm glad that you appreciate that, because that's literally one of my main goals with our community is I would love for everybody to be able to come here and feel like they don't have to hide in the bushes and they can speak and not get attacked, you know, because check it out. I don't care who your friends are. I don't care what your opinions are. I don't care what your affiliations are. I don't care about none of that. If you come into my chat room and you're respectful to people and you're not nasty, that's what we want here. I want diversity, but with the respect, you know what I mean? Let's see. Criminal med. They were allowed to drink at 10. Yep. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Their version of raising the kids was basically just, here, take, give it. Just give them. Let them do what they want. Jimmy K, watched the whole thing earlier. The last guy / victim that speaks in a bit, I believe he was an officer or something. Oh man, he got me in my throat. Oh, I know who you're talking about. The boy, the gentleman with the real Southern Cajun accent. Man, when he speaks, he's a lawyer. If we're talking about the same person, he's an attorney for one of the victims or a couple of the victims. Dude, one, I love his accent. There's something about Cajun accents that I love. And yeah, dude, man, the speech this guy gives, guys, it's worth this whole live stream. That's literally going to be my favorite part of the live stream. I'll be honest with you. Thank you, Criminal Man. Oh, it's my boy. How are you doing? Rallo? You just made me do a belly laugh. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Yo, I'm sorry. My boy's recovering. Well, this, if you guys could throw some extra speedy recovery prayers up for my boy right here. He's recovering from surgery. I apologize for the laugh, my friend, but you knew it was coming, man. You knew it was coming. You came into the live stream. You knew you were gonna laugh, either with me or at me, one of the two. Back on my BS. If my ex let our son drink, he's 10, I would be filing for emergency custody the next day. On God. I think most sane people would. Tootie, huge thief. Agreed. Let's see, Luis. Okay, got you on the TV. Gonna stuff my face, then I'll be back in chat while I'm gone. If you haven't already, hit that like, please. Yes, you guys, if you guys can do me a huge favor and smash those likes. I mean, like I said, man, them trolls. And now that I said it, guys, just watch my subscriber count. Watch what it does, and you guys will be like, "Holy crap, he ain't lying. Somebody's messing with him." They do it. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Little mama, okay, done cooking now. I'm eating l.l.l, pork chops, mashed potatoes, and corn. Oh my Lord, that sounds good. Paul was 3 times the legal limit 12 hours after the boat crash. That's so insane, man. That many hours after the boat crash. Ugh. And it's like, I know a lot of people, man. I know a lot of people want to go bad on the kids. You know what I mean? Because, well, we really don't have anything definite to go bad on Buster about. We just have, people had those accusations and speculations for a while. And it's just, man, look who raised those kids, man. They didn't have think about it. They didn't have a chance to come out normal. Yeah, thank y'all for throwing them prayers up for my boy. Criminal man. He is the biggest criminal ever in South Carolina. He's, you know what? I mean, he's probably in the top 5 in the whole South. As far as financial crimes goes. Pretty impressive. Pretty damn impressive. And to think he did those financial crimes without even being involved, like technically being involved in organized crime, like RICO status or anything like that. Usually when you're seeing these levels of money, you're seeing in RICO cases, right? With organized crime. Alec, like, straight up went above and beyond. Well, thank you, everyone. Oh, man, this community, we all about it, brother. We all about them prayers. Tootie, really very sad what AM did to his family, his life, his clients will never have again. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, here's our exception to the rule, and that's why I said almost, right? Because you do have those few people that are able to balance a professional lifestyle where you're super busy and need that extra help with actually being a hands-on parent. So there are the rare ones for sure. I had a nanny raise my kids. She now calls me mom, and her kids call me grandma. My youngest had challenges. That girl saved my life. And the reason I threw in, and I didn't even know that about Moto Mom. So the reason I threw the exception in there when we were talking about it is because I know one of my homegirls, she doesn't do it anymore. Now she is a mommy, but she's a nanny. And she'd tell me stories about, work and whatnot. And she actually worked for a couple that they definitely needed her assistance, but they definitely weren't slacking on the parental stuff. But with this case right here, I mean, you see, the proof is in the outcome. But let's jump back into it, guys. I'll sit here and talk forever.
From hearing the Satterfield case, saying that you, who was giving your time, your sweat, and your blood, that you were conflicted, that you made any appropriate statements out of court. So the answer is...
Oh, wait. Miss Sassy, sorry I gotta go, but I'm leaving this playing love. Love you, Miss Sassy. Sorry you gotta go. We gonna miss you.
No, he didn't want to do that in September of 2021, like he said 2 weeks ago, or it was said in the courtroom. They did everything they could not to do it. But the calendar forced the plea. The 102 charges forced the plea. And there was all this about pretrial publicity, that somehow I caused pretrial publicity and others, and people who wrote about it, and podcasters or whatever. Boy, is that rich. The defense attorney himself's a podcaster. He started a podcast after the murder trial. They went to CrimeCon, and they talked for 2 days about the case. They've done press conferences. They've done documentaries. They go on TV. If there's any pretrial publicity, it's caused in part by them.
Get
And they still came before you to say that Mr. Murdaugh couldn't get a fair trial.
Motor Mom says she is now in my will and one of my beneficiaries. That's how my homegirl's situation is. Even though she don't do that no more, she doesn't actually work with them anymore. This family, right? Family for life now. I mean, dude, she's been on trips with them. I mean, everywhere. Like, she's pretty much like the older daughter that took care of the kids.
These victims' lives have been permanently altered. Let's focus on them. These are people that lost their mother, that lost their sister. The Plyler sisters lost their mother and brother. Arthur Badger lost his wife and was left to raise 5 kids. And you heard $1.3 million. He didn't get that money for 10 years. Do you know what it would have meant to that man to raise 5 kids with an additional $1.3 million? Thomas Moore, that Mr. Wooders talked about, the state trooper. He stole $125,000 from a state trooper. The man needed the money to retire. He couldn't retire because he had to pay back medical bills because he didn't have the $125,000.
But he's talking about other people's clients now. I asked the court to restrict him to his clients. Thank you.
Mr. Bland?
These clients couldn't assess risk. These 2 men couldn't assess risk. They couldn't navigate their way through the system. Even though Jordan Jennings is a council member in Hampton County, he couldn't navigate it.
The only time you see distress in Alex's face is when the other attorneys are roasting him. Like, he knows what time it is.
His way through the system. He was best friends with Alex since 8 years old. Alex would have been the last person that Jordan would have thought would reach into his pocket and steal from him. He preyed on them like a wolf does a rabbit, Your Honor. Being a lawyer is everything to my partner and me. 35 years we've spent helping people. Every one of these lawyers here, Jim May, Justin Bamberg, Mark Tinsley, we do it because we love to help our clients. It's a sacred trust. None of us ever look at our client's case as a piggy bank. He did it for 16 years. Now, I even disagree with the state. The state tags the number at $8.5 million. No, the federal government tags it at $10.5 million he stole. It isn't a white-collar crime. It's a red-collar crime. It's a red-collar crime because it includes lack of remorse, just a systematic pattern of taking from clients, taking from the Satterfields, taking from the Jenks, taking from the Plylers, taking from the Mannings. It never stopped. The only reason it stopped was because of the boating accident, or it would have continued. Every client was transactional, and he has done more damage to our profession. All the lawyer jokes that we lie, we steal, we double deal, we go back in chambers with you, and we cut deals behind our clients' back. He sent us back generations. Our state was a laughingstock until.
No, he is. I'm telling you right now. Actually, all the attorneys that speak during this, they all do a damn good job. I agree. But real quick, y'all, much love. I just got a donation in through, was that PayPal? Yeah, it was PayPal. Initials KD. I'm not sure if you want me to use that name that's in it, because I'm not sure if that's a screen name that you use or not. But initials KD. Enjoy a cheesecake for your hard work. Thank you so much. You rock. Okay. Since you specifically said I could use this for a cheesecake, I'm gonna get a cheesecake after this. Most definitely. I'll take a picture. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You sweet. Thank you so much. Man, y'all the best. Absolutely. Jamie K. I love that Southern spoken attorney that spoke. His analogy was spot on, but it was the other man that spoke after him that was talking. That I was. Oh, okay, I got you. I think he was the last victim to speak. He's the one. All right. Yeah, you're right. That's. Yeah, I got you. That broke my heart. He's the one that knew Alex since. Oh, I got you. Yeah. I like the attorney when he spoke, the one I was talking about, because of his articulation, and it was something else. But with the other gentleman, that's just straight emotional. That was just straight up emotional. Yeah, I agree with you. We're gonna get to it. No, Mama says this guy's on point. Yes, he is, and he's a top attorney. He's a top level attorney. This man is he cooking. He's cooking. Well, what the young kids would say, he's cooking.
Well, you got a hold of that murder case. So now the Satterfields have a judgment. It's in stone. They withdrew their appeal. My clients want their money, Mr. Murdaugh. When do you plan on paying? They want that $4.3 million. I will never forget the words you used at the end of the murder sentence about how he will get visitors at night. it pierces me. And I'm here to tell you that Gloria Satterfield will visit him. That Alania Plyler and Hannah Plyler's mother and brother will visit him. All these people will visit him and let him know that it wasn't okay that that he used their trust and misused their trust, that he stole money from them. He will see them and they will visit him, and I hope they do. Because not only did he hurt these people, he hurt his whole family. There's good in his family. Not everybody's bad in his family. He hurt his son. He tarnished his son. His father's a thief, a liar, a conspirator, and a money launderer.
Dude, that was what made it extra heartbreaking and why it was so special that Criminal Med did what she did. Is, guys, dude, his son and his wife don't even have proper burials. It's absolutely heartbreaking. It's like, dude, you're sitting over here spending so much time and money and effort to fight all this evil that you did, right? To fight the justice that should be falling upon your ass. And you can't make sure your wife and your son have proper headstones and memorials set up. Like, man, absolutely disgusting. So once again, Criminal Med, thank you so much for doing that. Regardless of us being involved in it as a community, like you doing that for us, like, dude, that gesture, you coming up with that gesture and doing that was very special. Thank you so much. And like I said, once again, thank you for including our whole family in that. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, Little Mama, I heard there is no headstone for them. If that's Little Mama, I'm not sure if you saw the community page, but Criminal Med, she actually set up a little memorials for them and put all of our screen names on it. It's pretty special. But I have the pictures. They're posted on our community page if you haven't got to check them out. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else is I'm sure somebody else has had to have done that, right? Some other people that have covered the case and are kind of, I mean, come on, guys. This is the other case that got me into this. Really special to me.
So in closing, I would like to thank you, Your Honor, for all the time you've given. I'd like to thank, again, the state. I want you to know that I am proud of the sentence. Yes, I wish it was more. We all wish it was more. But 27 years, doing 85% of his time, so that these fine people don't have to get up on the stand and be victimized over and over again, subjected to humiliating cross-examination. I think the finality of that is good because I'm confident in a lot of the dominoes falling where they should. Don't forget, Judge Gergel still has a sentence coming, and it could be a consecutive sentence, so that if he lives long enough to get out of state court for forgetting about the double murder charge, but if he lives long enough and he walks out of state court and it's a consecutive sentence, he's going to walk to a federal prison. And I feel good that he will never breathe a fresh breath of air ever again. So on behalf of my clients, Your Honor, thank you for giving me the opportunity. I think my partner wants to say just a very brief word. I appreciate your time.
Sir, thank you.
Hey, please, Court, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it just gets better and better, guys. I promise you, it just gets better and better, in my opinion. Little Mama said, I'll go look after this live, seen it on BHP. Okay. You saw that they don't have headstones? So you saw it on there too? I'm
Ronnie Richter. I've been a lawyer in good standing of the bar of the state for 30 years now, Your Honor. I'm also a lifetime South Carolinian. What I want you to know about the clients that we represent is that they are the very best of us, that they are humble, that they're God-fearing, that they're honest, that they're hardworking. I've had a great career, but this has been a highlight of my career to try to restore some faith that was destroyed by that man and the clients that we serve. I want you to know this too about the clients that we serve. None of them are victims. And I've heard the word said over and over. I'm even going to disagree with my partner, but we don't have a victim in this courtroom. The word connotes that some accident has happened, that some misfortune has befallen them, that they are not victims. Prey, Your Honor. Prey is hunted. Prey is hunted by predators. Prey is taken when it's at its most vulnerable. By any way of looking at what happened here, the people we represent are not victims. They are prey. And that man across the courtroom.
Preach, man. Cooking, baby. He's cooking.
By any measure, is a predator. And when I say to you that these folks represent the best of us, and I look across the aisle and I see Alec there, who was once a contemporary of ours, all I can think to myself is for all the power, the privilege, the entitlement that he was born into. That, I mean, for God's sake, all that was ever asked of the man is that you wake up and be Alex Murdaughs every day. To have taken it so afoul is hard to reconcile.
Appreciate you, Luis. Thank you for dropping them links. I really appreciate you.
He's made his behavior complicated, but we figured out what he's done. He's tried to hide his true nature from us, but we figured out who he is. So the only question we're left with is why. And I'll suggest to the court this answer. It doesn't matter.
He cooking with gas. I like it. I like it. That's what I'm talking about. Cheesecake, baby. Cheesecake. And I worked out too already today, so I earned it.
The only person who can answer that question is Alex Murdaughs, and he's demonstrated himself to be quite the cunning liar. Your Honor, in the opening, I heard Mr. Arputian say something about T-shirts and bobbleheads, and that is unquestionably a shot at my partner, Eric Bland. I do want to address that to the court. I want you to know, Your Honor, that my partner has gained some very well-deserved notoriety for his courageous representation of our clients, and that, yes, he has sold T-shirts and other merchandise, and that all of those proceeds have gone to charities, including the Wounded Warrior Project and others. No one came here today to sell a T-shirt. We came here today to finish a job. We came here today for justice. And we trust you, Your Honor, and we trust this court. We thank Creighton Walters and his excellent team for the work they've done in this case. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gator hater. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I got to put that in the book now.
Yes, sir. Mr.
Morning, Your Honor. I do have one request. Do you mind if I face that way?
That'd be fine.
Because when I talk to people, I like facing them I'm talking to.
I'm proud of this kid. All right. I'm proud of this kid. You know what I mean? This isn't somebody that is stand up and give presentations type of person, right? This ain't somebody that's like a master speaker. You know what I mean? He's not somebody that entertains people or is used to speaking in public like this. So that being said, I'm proud of this kid. And I say kid, I'm pretty sure he's younger than me, but I'm proud of him. What he does right here takes courage. When you don't have experience speaking like this in front of people, especially knowing like the world is watching, dude, that takes a lot. So super proud of this kid for getting up and doing this. Took a lot of courage. Criminal Med said, when I stood by the Murdaugh graves, it was very stark and cold. No love there. I believe it. I believe it, man. Pat Gaines says, surrender to the cheesecake. I am Pat. I'm going to do it. Darcy said, Buster could get off his butt and go have someone put graves. I'm sure he has some money too. I'm sure he has some money. But you know what it is too? You know what it is? It's probably because they know that the feds are watching. The feds are watching every move still. They still trying to figure out where that money is, guys. They know that Alec has money squirreled away somewhere. They still watching. So that family's gonna be smart about it. If that's the case, they're gonna be smart about what they're doing with that money. Let's see, Gator. He has no remorse, and it's sad these people trusted who they thought was a friend. He needs swamp justice just for this, let alone the deletion of his own wife and son. I hope he gets jail justice daily. And I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. You know me, Gator. You know how I roll. You know how I roll. Miss Dakota says, what I can't stand is the fact that I really think Alec is the reason their mom is gone in the first place. Miss Darcy, criminal med, that's so sad. I don't know about Maggie's family. I mean, I know they're around, but yeah, man. It'd be interesting to know why that hasn't happened yet. The real reason on why they don't have headstones and a proper, memorial, being the fact that they're Murdaughs. I don't know, man. It's pretty crazy. Pagan says, that's really sad to think that no one pays their respects to them. We did. Our community did through criminal med. So at least we all know in our community here, we didn't just cover the case, the trials, all this stuff. We didn't just follow it. We're not just spectators, but we showed love. So that made my heart feel really good. And the fact that criminal med did it the way that she did it, it's you get to see the visual, beautiful stuff, right? But she made sure that our memory and our love stays there in that capsule. Freaking gangster. That was super cool. When she told me she was going to do that, I was like, that is the coolest idea ever. So yeah, I'm going to take all of our screen names and our little message and everything, and I'm going to put it in this little, I was like, what? Too freaking cool. Too freaking cool. Oh, snap. Miss Mary's in the house. Hey, TPP and the Piscine Gang. Why am I always an hour late? I don't know. Let's see. Pat Gaines said, yes, we did. Thank you. You all are awesome. That's criminal med right there. All criminal med. And she wouldn't let me give her any compensation for it, guys. Just to let you know that as well. That was all on her. She would not let me help in any way. Yeah, she said that's her and Bob's contribution from our family unit. Absolutely amazing. This community is literally filled with just nothing but amazing people. Back on my BS, that's right. Why I follow my cases to the end, especially local crimes. Lori P, good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Little mama, I feel like there more to the story. She just falling down the Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we all do think there's a little bit more to that story. For sure. Look like Dakota Parker. She agree with you for sure. I agree with you too. I do too. All right, let's keep rolling, y'all. Let's listen to the young man.
Thank you. I really don't have words. You lied. You cheated. You stole. You betrayed me and my family.
And remember, this is sped up, guys. Just let you guys know. Remember, it's sped up for time's sake.
And everybody else. And you did that at cost my mom's death, first of all. A couple Octobers ago, you wrote a half-hearted I'm sorry letter, which was half-hearted because your actions did not follow through that. You're really sorry. So I'm going to read you. I have an apology. I'm sorry that you feel like you had to betray us, steal from us, cheat us, and lie to us. I'm sorry that your family has to now go through what they're going to have to go through the rest of their life because of your actions, of what you did. I want you to know that I'll forgive you. I will pray for you every day, that God gets a hold of your heart. And you may not know the gospel, so I'm going to share it with you. The gospel is the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus. That's how people are able to forgive people and able to do right and able to pray for those who hurt them and do things to them. So my heart is with you. My prayers are with you, and I just wish the best for you.
Short, sweet, and powerful. Yeah. I was proud of the kid, man. Absolutely proud of the kid. Because I saw him in the trial, right? So I understood how hard it was. Everything's been on him and his family, obviously. So for him to have the courage to get up and do that, man, super proud of the kid. Mary says, I was kind of busy. That's usually the reason why. I try, though. Well, I really enjoy when I have time to actually sit and watch and join in chat. Oh, man, I feel you. I feel you. A lot of the time, man, I don't get to engage in chat because I'll be busy, too. I know. I feel the pain. I feel the pain. Louise says, yeah, that's the BS. I don't think she died from falling down the steps, in my opinion. Just saying. Yeah, a lot of people are with you. In this group, I think you'll find more people believe that whole falling down the stairs thing. I don't think most of us don't believe that. Lori P, this poor boy / young man. Yeah. Proud of him though. Definitely proud of him for getting up there and doing the thing. Oh yeah, thanks for pointing that out. I've been watching him. I've been meaning to point him out. I was waiting to see who would be the first person to point him out, but Miss Darcy was the first person to point him out. Look at JLR throwing them daggers. That look, y'all can see old JLR up in the top right hand corner of the screen there. There's JLR. I've been watching. I was waiting to see who spotted him first or said something. Miss Darcy was though. Yeah. JLR he was throwing daggers that whole damn hearing. It was pretty cool.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Arn. If you allow me to speak, and again, I'd like to address it to Alec. Okay.
Okay. A little louder, please.
I would like to speak and address it to Alec if you don't.
The mic adjust.
Can you speak? Do you hear me?
I don't know. Speak on it, please.
Can you hear me now? Hear me
Yes.
now? Now you hear me? Okay. Alec, Glory worked very hard for you for 20 years, you and your family. She loved Buster and Paul as her own. She loved Maggie, and she trusted and loved you wholeheartedly. She considered you and your family as her own family. To have her loyalty and love and trust betrayed by you, it's very hard for our family to understand. We'll never understand. And how you were able to profit from her death is especially hard for us to understand and cause unimaginable.
Okay. Real quick. I agree. Emma says, Alex Murdaughs nods in all the right places, but I don't think he really cares. He still thinks a lot of himself. Oh, yeah, he's mechanical in that aspect. He knows exactly how to play that character of somebody that actually has emotions or cares about things. But, yeah, he doesn't. He definitely doesn't. Let's see. Miss Julie Doug, I thought I saw him. Yep, he in there. Emma says, I've only just noticed JLR. Once you spot him and realize he's there, he sticks out. My boy, he made sure he had that He had the headpiece shaved and polished up real nice. He was shining. He was shining. Criminal Med said, no, there was nothing but a poinsettia at Randolph Murdaugh, nothing else. Oh, man. It's crazy to watch a dynasty fall like that. Gator, that man has blood on his hands and many others cases in that county. I agree with that. I get with that statement. Mary C. Oh, how funny JLR is in courtroom. He like he's like where's Waldo popping up everywhere. That's we can make a new game out of that, huh? Maybe that's what I should do is just start going and finding like all the screenshots of JLR in courtrooms, and then we could do a game night. And where in the world is JLR, or what courtroom is he in, or something like that aspect. You know what I mean? PKC, I think that is the first time I have JLR not wearing a hat. PKC, thank you for being here. I know, right? I mean, once you see what he looks like without the hat, I mean, you're gonna spot him every time. He sticks out. Lori P says, Alex Murdaugh's face bothers me in general. I feel you. Louise, TRPP, I figured you passed out, then you were like going live in 20 minutes. So to be honest, I might have been more late if I didn't get that 20-minute message. Yeah, and honestly, I try to do the hour. I really do, but some days, Luis, I mean, I just got to take the time and jump on, even if it's like 10-minute notice. Sometimes it's like that, but that's why I don't expect my mods to always be able to be here. Is I have a crazy schedule, so I understand. You know what I mean? You guys got lives. A lot of you guys got babies or grandbabies, and you know what I mean? You busy. Yes, we will put a striped Waldo hat on him. I'm telling you, it sounds like a fun game. Louise, my mom works at Amazon and she has overtime, I think, to New Year's. Oh, well, I work for a similar sort of company that moves things around the world, and yeah, until January, I'm pretty much in trouble. All right, guys, let's go ahead and keep rolling. And the other thing too is I'm not no hate or shade, but I'm not sure what to make of her outfit. I'm not sure if any of you all feel the same way. That's purpose. That's purposeful. It looked like somebody spilled coffee creamer on her. Was like, let me help you get it off, and then it was like, just go into court. I don't know what's going on with that I don't know. Somebody shouldn't have let her do that though. I mean, you know what I mean? It's a little much. It's almost like one of those outfits you'd see, like those gaudy outfits on one of those runways in Paris, where it's just like nobody's really gonna wear that in public. But then they did. Back on my BS. Yeah, it's awesome. It's atrocious. Okay, so I'm not the only one. Okay. Criminal Man said, I left a rose for Quentin Simon, but there was no place to leave it but at the no trespassing sign outside the home where he passed. Oh, I didn't know that you did that too, Criminal Man. Man, you made a full-on trip home, didn't you? You stopped every place on the way home. You hit them all. You're awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Hurt to our family. The fact that if only you had given Tony and Brian just a very small portion of the money you stole from them, they would have appreciated it and been very happy while thinking that you had kept your word, done your legal duty, and looked out for them in their best interest. Instead, you chose to break the law that you had sworn to uphold, be greedy, and look out for your own best interest. Alec, in time, the wrong you did to so many people may be forgotten, but in hopes that Gloria in her pure heart, full of kindness and love, will not be forgotten, we started the Gloria's.
I don't know. Can one of you ladies explain that outfit to me? It literally looks like it was a nice jacket, and then somebody just took and smeared white stuff on it. Like, just, I don't know. That's a new one to me. I've never seen one like that.
Gift Foundation in honor of Gloria and her memory by providing gifts to some needy children during Christmas. so that glory will be remembered forever. And my heart goes out not only to my family, but today to hear all these families that you did wrong by. Those children that you stole from, everything. They lost a mother, and you stole every dime from them. I just don't understand. Did you not have a soul? I don't get it, Alec. I can't understand it. And I thank God maybe that I don't understand it. Because then I might be in the same situation as you. I just don't get it. And I guess I never will get it. So hopefully God will forgive you because you're going to need forgiveness.
Yes,
I just don't know. I'm lost for words, Alec. You are not the person that I thought I knew. And you come from a good family, but you wasted your life. And I hate you did your family the way you did, because you do come from a good family. And I'm sorry you threw your life away. Thank you, Judge, for allowing me to address.
That's right. Thank you.
And thank you to the state for everything y'all did for us. My justice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know about that jacket. Yeah, I'm not trying to be mean at it anyways. Mary C. Okay, let me see. Let me catch back up. Okay, Luis says, no, I'm good. I don't mind. I'd rather you be here than not at all, if you can. She looks like Uncle Jesse from Full House. I mean, as in her outfit, in my opinion, just saying no offense. It's pretty out there, man. It's pretty out there. Pretty out there. I can't. I mean, look, it could be. I couldn't tell. I was like trying to really like focus in on what the pattern might be, but I just couldn't tell. Oh yeah, definitely. But at least she speaks better than she. Yeah, no, she spoke well. She got the point across. Yeah. Poor lady, like I felt her though. I mean, when I'm covering these cases and I'm trying to like wrap my brain around it, you guys will see me at times and I'm just be like, I don't know. I don't know. I felt her when she was like, she couldn't figure out what's wrong with him. Like, and then she made that comment about like no soul. Like, no, you're right, no soul. Straight up, no soul. Now it looks more like she's wearing a poncho. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I've never seen that kind of fit, but let's proceed, guys.
Next person to address the court will be Justin Bamberg, who represents a number of victims here, including MSP, Sasha Thomas, Andrew Gary, Jenkins Richard, Johnny Bush, Christopher Anderson, and Grant Broad.
May it please the court.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Beside me is Miss Pamela Pinckney, and she would like to say just a couple.
Man, when this gentleman right here, when he gets to give his full speech, this is one of the guys that I was just like, I like this guy.
Couple of words. I'm reminded of a quote, and I think it's very fitting for today. It's that fairy tales don't tell children that dragons exist. Children already know that dragons exist. Fairy tales show children that dragons can be slayed. This process, from the beginning of the investigation through the state grand jury process, as Attorney Waters said earlier, a lot of people were afraid to participate, and it took courage. That grand jury process, this entire criminal justice process, not even thinking about the civil stuff, the criminal justice process, this has been the fairy tale.
Okay, wait up. These folks, such as the Pickneys, are original slaves to this area. These are historical families. 100%. It's kind of fitting this dynasty falling right around this time, this era. Louise, still kind of weird for court, but it's whatever as long as her body parts are covered. True. Very real.
The children are the victims. It's the victims' family members. It's their closest friends. It's the people in our communities, whether you're talking about Colleton County, where some of the charges were pending, or Beaufort, or Hampton, or Allendale, or Bamberg, or Orangeburg, those communities, the children. Today is such an important day because these victims, their loved ones, the community members, everyone knew that dragons existed. They've seen it. They watch TV. They read the newspaper. Everybody knew that dragons existed. Today, this sentence, Your Honor, will show all of them that dragons can be slayed. And that is important in our society.
Whoo, shit gives me goosebumps. He's about to get into it. He's about to really start cooking. Man, when he dropped that right there, I was like, I like this dude. I like this guy. Criminal Med says, keep us in your prayers as we head back to Wisconsin, avoiding Indiana. Preach. Please don't go through Indiana. Criminal Med, please don't. That's like the one place, that's the one case where I'm like, Hey, I'll never say, hey, you want to get some pictures from that place as you're going through? No, not that place. Definitely, yeah, no Indiana. Thank you. No, I don't think any of us want you to go through Indiana.
Society. With regards to the sentence, and it's tough to reach a decision and talking with the clients and explaining to them what the options are, but we support the sentence. It is a lot of time in the quote unquote legal white collar arena. But there's another aspect to this. And I understand, I get it. I think my clients, the victims understand that this entire ordeal for a lot of people, not just in our communities in South Carolina, across the planet, this entire ordeal has been very entertaining to them. And I don't say that in a negative light. They're not involved. It wasn't their mother who died. They didn't have to bury their son. Right? There's a reason Law and Order is one of the #1 most watched shows that's ever been on television. It is entertaining to them. But for a lot of people, this has been one of the worst nightmares, the worst fairy tale that anybody could ever actually have to live. And it needs to come to an end. Again, one of the most amazing things that I've seen from my clients is a degree of grace. What's the saying? Act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. And a lot of them live by that. There are people who would have every reason and right to hate this man for betraying them, for what he did to their families. It's not just about money. These are not just names on a piece of paper or commas and decimal points. This was money that they needed for their lives. I believe there are victims who ended up getting put out on the street when their money got taken. If they had a reason to hate him or hate anybody, they would be justified. But the degree of grace and mercy that they have displayed by forgiving him, because that is their religious belief, and they stand on that. They don't just say that. They don't just do what Alec did and say, I have your back, or say this and do something else. They stand on that. And although they have every reason to be selfish as it pertains to the pursuit of accountability, the pursuit of justice against an individual who truly does not deserve grace from the criminal justice system, does not deserve any benefits from the criminal justice system, they're still willing to think about other people. And Your Honor, I come from Bamberg County. We're one of the smallest, poorest counties in this state, filled with good, hardworking people, much like all of the people that Alec victimized. Folks in Hampton County, folks in l.l.l. County, where literally you try to wake up, do the best you can do, keep a roof over your head, food in your fridge, and a couple of presents under the tree at Christmas time. These victims are also thinking about those communities, their neighbors. The reality is that if Alec were to have individual trials on all of these charges, these victims' neighbors and friends and community members would also begin to suffer, because those local governments, poor little Bamberg County, l.l.l. County, Hampton County, they're the ones who have to pay for it. The victims recognize that. I, as an attorney, recognize that. And based on the plea and the time that Alec is going to be sentenced, we understand. And there is a degree of value in finality. There is a degree of value for not just these victims, but these communities and the criminal justice system to be able to actually see the dragon be slayed in this courtroom and sentenced to prison for what will effectively be the rest of his natural life. It's no secret how tough SCDC
Preach.
is.
Preach.
People generally age a lot faster in there. And that's not something I celebrate. I don't say this excited and happy to be here. As a lawyer, I hate looking at Alec and seeing a former attorney sit there. I hate it. I hate to see somebody from our neck of the woods sit there. I don't celebrate that. This process has sucked. If it wasn't for the commitment to shining light on things and standing up for folks like Ms. Pinckney and others who needed it, I personally don't know how I would have made it through the process, because it's not enjoyable. And I don't think any decent person celebrates the downfall of another living, breathing human being, particularly somebody that they knew. But it's necessary. This has been a horrible, tragic, sorrow-filled fairy tale. And I think everybody's ready for it to come to an end, Your Honor. We'd like to thank Creighton Waters and the AG's office. They've done a wonderful job. And Your Honor, if it wasn't for the encouragement that Creighton and his team poured into people to let them know that the state had a true interest in accountability, I think that there would be far less charges, because people wouldn't have wanted to testify at the grand jury or have their name public or their face public.
You guys, I don't think a lot of people that followed this trials, this whole saga, I don't think they realize how badass Creighton Waters is. Like, you got to understand, this man went in, like this gentleman just explained. Creighton went in as one of those knights in shining armor to slay the motherfucking dragon, y'all. And you got to understand, Alec was a dragon, like full-blown dragon in that area. All that power. You heard it, the fear people had. And Creighton Waters went in there, knight shining armor status, and assured all these people that were necessary. It was necessary for them to come forward for this to happen, and convinced them to do so. Like, dude, the man is badass. 100%. One of my favorite attorneys, hands down. Yeah, I got favorite attorneys, like I got favorite fighters, and I got favorite football players. All right, leave me alone. Criminal med, I think they call it the distress. Oh, okay, criminal med is talking about the blazer or the jacket or whatever it was. Luis, the way Alex Murdaughs looks like a bobblehead punching bag, but that might just be my back on my BS. Exactly. No decent human takes joy at the downfall of another person. This dude speaks so well. Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, this gentleman right here, I didn't really know him until this hearing, and I like the guy for sure. Back on my BS says Alex is the scariest dragon for real. Dude, big time. That is no joke. Absolutely no joke. Yep. These are low country, heart and soul. Yep, he did. He slayed the freaking dragon. So just had to throw that in there because that's so real. Think about it, guys. Think about that. How many people do you think are still out there that know stuff that didn't come forward because of the dragon? I don't know if they want to have another trial. You want to give Craigwater some more time to go see if he can't dig up some more stuff, get some more people to come forward and speak? Just saying.
And there's a lot to be said for that. Today will make our system better. It will bring closure. And ideally, it will deter others. There's a whole nother discussion that can be had with regards to the fact that 27 years in prison is a very, very large, as you heard, if not the largest amount of time someone labeled a white-collar criminal could get in prison. But that's more so of an American criminal justice system discussion compared to some of the other offenses. But here today, I think that is a win. My clients support finality here. And I'd just like to thank you for all your time and attention that you have given this particular case. And at this point, I think Ms. Pinckney has something that she would like to say. Ms. Pinckney.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
To Mr. Murdaugh, because I am an ordained evangelist and I have Christ in my life. The 23rd Psalm says, Thou prepare the table before me. No, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art is with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And because of what you did to me, I thank God for giving me strength to get through what I went through. Because without God, I wouldn't be here. And to you, Alex Murdaughs, I never thought that you would betray me and did me and my family the way we did, the way it was done at a vulnerable time in our life, at our lowest estate. We was in a terrible motor vehicle accident. And you just took us for granted. But all I want to say to you is I forgive you from my heart on this day and forevermore. My prayers and endeavors shall be with you, and God bless you.
Dude, the strength these people possess, it's impressive, man. It is so impressive. I know there's some people that are like, how could you forgive? Dude, that takes some serious strength right there. Doing what these people have been doing, getting up there, speaking their piece, but then telling this man, oh, I forgive your soulless ass. That takes some serious strength. Right, Tootie? Wow, that was powerful. Preach.
Our next person to address the court will be Mr. Montez.
Sir,
Afternoon, Your Honor.
certainly.
The longer I do this, the more I realize I don't know. I don't practice in this courtroom in terms of criminal defense cases. I don't understand why the label of a white-collar crime is given to these crimes, to the predatory acts that befell all of these.
Listen to this. This is good right here.
The money that they were owed was owed because of blood, sweat, and tears. Hakeem Pinckney needed his money. The Badgers, who I represent, 6 children, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, and 11, are left with a single father, and he stole everything. And so I stand up here to say that I believe in accountability. I don't know that justice is served here, and I don't know that the punishment in this case is justified, and I don't want to be the odd man out. So I'll just keep it to myself and think it. Alec, you're a broken person. I don't think you're going to lie in bed at night and have people come to you. I don't think that those people matter. And I don't know when that happened. Clearly it happened where you matter more. And I feel bad for you as a result of that. I knew Paul and Maggie. I knew you. A lot of people thought they knew you.
Me too.
Clearly
Me too, Jamie K.
I don't think you've always been this way, but somewhere along the way, you became broken. And you've justified it. And he's justified it every step of the way.
Look at Alex.
And I stand up here, Your Honor, to simply correct the record. They didn't steal $1.325 million from my clients. The bank didn't help. The bank was complicit in every step of the way in enabling Alex Murdaughs to steal and pull this off. You asked about Eddie Smith. Eddie Smith was a check cashing scheme. Eddie Smith was being paid to cash checks, but that money is still out there, and he knows where it is. He didn't spend all that money on drugs. If he wants to be accountable, he wants to be contrite, he ought to tell these people where their money is.
Get him,
That's not going to happen. The same as he's not going to lay in bed at night and think about the wrongs and feel sorry for what he did. I don't envy you in having your job and the decisions you make. I recognize that there's value in finality. And maybe this is the right decision. I respect your honor. I respect the system. I stand up here merely to correct the record that my people have not been made whole. We are going to continue to seek accountability from the people that enabled him, that helped him, that were complicit in the thefts of their money. And so that's the reason I'm here today. Thank you, Your Honor.
Tinsley's a wolf, man.
Our final person to address the court is Mr. Jordan Chase.
You, Your Honor.
Dude, Tinsley ain't playing, man. Ain't playing. I love it. Love it. I told you guys, every one of the attorneys that gets up and spoke, they tear into him. They get into him. And they do it in a very articulate, professional way. That takes way more skill than just getting up there and going off. You know what I mean? Like, to be able to articulate and put it together that way, masterful.
First of all, I want to say I do respect your job in this entire case. I admire what you did. Mr. Alex.
Emotional trigger warning, y'all. Is just letting y'all know, you about to feel it. You're about to feel it.
I've been waiting on this day. I've been waiting on this day to look in your eyes. I wanted to sit down with you one-on-one. When I found out what you did, just wonder why. I said, oh, excuse me. Unlike a lot of these people here, these victims, I got a lot of intimate stuff that I could say. You remember all those wildlife hunts I had for law enforcement? Your entire family was the guest of honor. Mr. Buster, Judge Eldroff, insisted on me taking care of them for the day. You don't know how many brownie points you got in my life from just that. Trusted you with everything. I knew I was gonna break.
Dude, this is so raw, y'all. This is just pure raw emotion right here. This man is literally just speaking his heart. Whew. And back on my BS, why you think I got my glasses on? Why you think I got the glasses on right now? Shit, I knew this was going to get emotional. I ain't trying to be all teary-eyed up here. Oh, yeah, see you later. He does know everything. 100%.
Mr. Black, can you reposition his mic so I can understand? I knew I was going to break. Excuse me. I knew I was going to break. But I got some notes here. I don't even know if I can go through. Our family got a deep relationship, man. You remember making a comment to me after we discussed the possible amount this lawsuit was worth, and you made a comment to me, and you said, don't spend all this money foolishly. Tell me what you did with $20 million that you stole. Part of it being mine. You know, I'm sitting there crying. I want everybody to know, Judge, I need you to know. I'm not crying because of what he stole from me. I'm crying for what he did to everybody in the suit. These kids, these people dying. I didn't want to come up here and bash you. But I gotta ask you, what kind of animal are you? I can't even go over my notes. I'm not here to be your judge. Ultimately, that belongs to the good Lord and Savior. But may He have mercy on your soul. I didn't want to see you. When I saw you on TV in an orange jumpsuit, it hurt me. Still what mattered to you was this judicial system put together a system to deal with people that make bad choices. And my friend, you chose to make the choice you made.
Luis says, is Alex Murdaughs in solitary confinement? Because if not, he might get more than just a couple punches. Unfortunately, Luis, old Alec is a shot caller. He's a shot caller. I don't know if you know that, but unfortunately, no justice like that will be served upon him, unfortunately. Colonel Med says, Bus, Randy, and Uncle Eddie, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, them boys definitely know where the goods are, and they know the backstory. Preach, mic drop for sure. Colonel Med, the sad thing is Alec is running a betting ring and doing other BS things in prison. I know. I know. How did SLED not bust him during that big ass bust they did with all them other people? I don't know, man.
So I need the judge to know that I am in full favor of the court's recommendation for the 27 years. I can go back to us going to mediation. That you affected my wife. You chose to have Maggie deal with us those 2 days we were in Charleston in mediation. She catered to us hand and foot. You told me where to go and check in my room. We did. From that point, we never drove another foot. Neither did you. Maggie drove us everywhere we went. When all this came about Paul, and Maggie, I couldn't believe it. I didn't believe it. But after sitting here today and hearing some of the devious things that you did to people, these victims here, changed my mind, bro.
Ooh, y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that. He was one of the ones. He was one of the ones that just could not believe that Alec could do that to Maggie and Paul. He couldn't believe it. He's known Alec his whole damn life, right? The words that he just spoke right there, I got goosebumps for the third time now, right? That's powerful. Because he right there was like, after hearing everything that I've heard, I don't believe it. Now I think maybe you did it, bruh. That was powerful, y'all.
Again, I asked you, what kind of animal are you? Well, I gave you my all. I would do the money you stole from me. You could have asked me for it, and I would have gave it to you if that's how I felt about you and your family. You didn't have to steal it from me, man. And still, if there's any way possible, you set it up.
That's a good man.
Give me the bill of visitation list. I want to sit down with you. I want to look in your eyes and talk to you when I can really talk to you. We got some intimate things we can talk about. Why, bro? Why?
You're always talking why, bro? Like that's, dude. Y'all, I got my chest, I got a lump in my throat over this right now. This is like second time I've watched it through. Whew. Miss Julie Doak, him and his wife made me cry. Shit, they about to make me cry. Like I said, the glasses got to stay on this one. Criminal Med, Palmetto State Bait will be going down. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Luis, so what? He's got an ankle monitor, or is he in prison? And you mean since he's hot money, he's paying other inmates? Oh, no, Luis, he's in prison. He's in prison. But with his money and power, this dude's a shot caller, and he's running gambling rings and other things. I heard some about, there's other stuff I heard too. I hope it's not true, and I never want to see the images. Jamie K, this is it, right? I figured this is what you were talking about when you said his friend. That was powerful. That man is richer than Alex Murdaughs ever could be, and I'm not talking money. Oh, I agree, Tootie. I agree. He's a damn good man. That's what a real man sounds like when he's talking. Prison for good. Preach.
Such a talent. Do you know what you just threw away? How talented you are? I don't. Mr. Harpoonian, nothing to do with you, but you made a comment earlier about the attorneys trying to sell bobbleheads and cups. Can you represent this man to sell those bobbleheads and cups to repay the victims that he stole from? Thank you.
Oh shit! Bah! That right there. That's how you do it. You get up there, you put that raw emotion out, you just let them hear it, and then bam, finish like that. That my man was cooking.
Your Honor, that is all of the victims that wanted to address Your Honor today. I've obviously already spoken extensively. I know that we need to get to the defense, and I might have some final closing comments. But I will say this, Your Honor. I appreciate these folks speaking. I appreciate Mr. Bland and Mr. Richter, passion they expressed. I appreciate and was blown away by Tony and his words. I appreciate so much Mr. Bamberg's words, putting in perspective.
Mom, you got a little drool right there, Mom. You might want to get that. I know Creighton's on there, Mom, but you got to calm down, okay?
Some of the considerations that we have to consider in slaying the dragon, and having not only Mr. Bland, but Mr. Bamberg and Mr. Tinsley, having been there at the beginning of this investigation, I appreciate Mr. Bamberg putting in context the effect that these trials have on communities and have on the system. I understand Mr. Tinsley and some people saying it's 27 years, 85% enough. I understand you. I've wrestled with that over and over again as we thought about that. But we also have to realize the real human cost to multiple trials, because while this has become TV, it's not. It's not about that. It's not about trials to generate content. It's not about the notoriety. What it's about is getting justice like it's never been seen before, in a situation like it's never been seen before. And doing that in a manner that doesn't break the system in this county or other counties and allows the state grand jury and law enforcement to focus on the next dragons that need to be slain. And there's a lot of them. Is 27 years enough? I believe it's a practical life sentence, and I believe, like I said before, it's a unique sentence that no one's ever heard of for these types of offenses. But I echo what Mr. Tinsley said, and I understand his reservations, but I echo what he said when we talk about white-collar crime, because the effects are devastating. And I've handled a lot of white-collar crime, and I see those effects, and you've heard it in the voices of these victims, and I've seen it in looking at their eyes. Because a lot of times with the violent crime, as horrible as they are, at some point, you can process that some horrible predator broke in your house and did something to you. It wasn't anything that you did. But with white-collar crime, it can be so devastating, lifelong devastating, because a lot of times that money can never be repaid. But the problem is that they start with trust. And that's different than being victimized in violent crime. And sometimes that can be harder, a lifelong scar that can be harder because of that trust that you place in someone. So I agree with Mr. Tinsley. And we've always taken very strong positions on white-collar crime. And ultimately, there's a happy medium somewhere. There's nothing happy about the situation, but there's a medium somewhere. I think that you've heard from Ms. P and Mr. Jenks, and Mr. Tony Sackfield and Ms. Hadman, you heard that trust and how devastating that is. And so white-collar crime is just as bad. But Your Honor also knows that 27 years at 85% is handed out for, less than that is handed out for enforcement for violent crimes as well. So this is a strong result. It is one that ensures finality. It is one that ensures that the system that has also been used by that trust that was given to Alex Murdaughs when he was allowed to have that law license on the wall, that the system can start to heal as well. And it can focus on the next problems that it needs to address.
Out of the 100+ indictments I was assigned to handle, how many will be left?
This will resolve all of the state grand jury indictments. And so ultimately, Mr. Murdaugh agreed to a full factual basis as it relates to the crimes we're speaking to the state grand jury ones. What we did was represent each victim with at least one and then sometimes multiple counts that are still outstanding.
Well, of course, the Chief Justice is not Chief of Justice, state grand jury, the entire court, unified court system. How many other indictments aside from state grand jury will remain if this plea is accepted against Mr.
Still
Murdaugh?
be the county indictments for the side of the road that are still outstanding that are not resolved by the state grand jury pleas here today. Unfortunately, I do not have that exact number in front of me. I think as it relates to Mr. Murdaugh, I think there's 4 charges that are outstanding.
What's proposed to be disposed of include all the state.
Yeah, you guys are hearing that right. There's more. But wait, there's more. Luis, yes, I love real men with emotion, especially you guys. Oh, snap. Thank you, Luis. Thank you. Criminal med. He wasn't in prison. Oh, he wasn't in the prison they hid in the stings? Too bad. Criminal med, they fished together. Okay, so him and his buddy. I think you're probably like a couple minutes behind on the feed.
Grand jury indictments only?
That's correct, Your Honor. This is a state grand jury plea.
And aside from the specific one, he is offering to plead guilty to. The remainder will be dismissed.
There's no deal on the table for those charges. The defense and the parties will discuss those after today. But this is to resolve state grand jury.
Referring the remainder of the state grand jury indictments will be
Yes, sir.
dismissed.
Yes, sir. As in return for his plea here today, he's agreeing to a full factual basis, except for the awful one that I mentioned before. So even though there are representative charges, he's agreeing to the conduct that's been alleged. Yes, he's pleading to 22, and the remainder will be non-prosecuted upon successful conclusion of this plea.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys. So the next portion is going to be Alec talking, which we're going to skip that. And then it goes to lunch. Obviously, we're skipping that. And we have one more witness that ends up getting to come up and speak. Blondell Gary's, I think, daughter. Yeah, Blondell Gary's daughter. So we're going to hear that. And then we'll listen to Judge Newman give the sentence. Because like I said, I want to hear Judge Newman give that final thing because I think this is the last time we get to hear from Judge Newman. I do believe, if I'm correct. So kind of a historical little clip there. But that being said, guys, let me cue it up. There we go. And yeah, let's get into it.
Good afternoon. I just want to thank everybody for giving me this chance. You Judge Newman. I want to address Mr. Murdaugh. Mr. Murdaugh, it's been years since my mother, Blondell Gary, had passed in an ambulance accident on Old Shelton Church Road. When he took the case, I trusted you. I really trusted you, like a lot. I had a lot of faith in you because my friend Ms. P, she had told me about you, and so I entrusted you. But you know what? Today, I thank God. you know, God gave me this time just to tell you that I forgive you. I forgive you. And I hope and pray that you would look to him and ask him truly in your heart to forgive you of everything that you have done, all of your sins, because what you did to all of the families is just so wrong. It's wrong. So just ask him, just ask him to forgive you. I forgive you. Okay? Just know that I do. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Your Honor, that would be the state's presentation. I would just say in closing, that I think Your Honor just got a taste of what all these victims have gotten.
Miss Tootie, I really appreciate this judge. Miss Tootie, he is one of my favorites. I'm so sad that he's retiring. Miss Julie Delk says, bye, creating my. Yep, that's her man. That's her man. I know, Luis. I know. It is, it's very emotional. Very emotional. We're almost done, though, guys. Let's go ahead and get through this.
And I think that he talked about these special recollections. It's good to know he has recollections about some things. But he's good. He can look people in the eye. But we've seen it all before. We saw it for 2 days at the murder trial. We saw it in Dave Owens' car. And all of these victims have seen it over and over again in their interactions with him and in his office. But even as we heard that entire soliloquy, even now, his only concern, the main thing he was concerned about, was how he felt others perceived him, his perception in the mind of others. And I'll just close with saying what I said to you right before sentencing in the murder trial, that when he sat there and looked all these victims in the eye, it was the same thing that he had done. He stole from them. It's the same thing that he's done in his interactions with police. And the reality is that not one single person who thought they knew this man, and there were so many who thought they did, not one single person knew who he really was. And Your Honor, it's time for, at least in these proceedings, respectfully, for the system to be done with him. And we would ask you to accept 27 years. Thank you.
Your Honor, we have
Tootie, Alex Murdaughs should have tears, but he doesn't. Shake my head. Yeah, no, he's void of all emotion. There's no soul there. It's just pure narcissistic sociopathic behavior. In my opinion, I'm no professional, but you know.
have nothing further to say, except we urge you to adopt the Attorney General's position on accepting the negotiated.
Where there's a negotiated sentence, as I stated earlier, either the court accepts the guilty plea and impose the exact sentence that the parties have negotiated, or the court will not accept the guilty plea. We've now spent 2 days listening to the recitation by the state and the defense, and I will accept the negotiated sentence and accept the guilty plea. Mr. Murdaugh, you'll come around for sentencing.
Finally, man, guys, I'm so glad we're at this point with the financial crimes and stuff.
It was September of 2021 when the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court assigned me to preside over the pending investigations involving the various offenses that you are being investigated for, initially including these financial crimes and the murder cases. And I have lived with this case now for over 2 years, and I have 34 days left before active retirement. And after imposing this sentence, your life will continue. I will turn the page and leave you behind. You're quite an enigma, a person that many of us thought we knew. And as I stated earlier, I can only recall you as being a fun-loving, happy person. I've never seen you sad. I've never seen you being anything other than a friendly, caring person. And it's so disappointing to see you again in this setting. I believe the last time we saw each other when you were not in jail was at a conference when you were poolside having a good time. And as it turns out, that was a couple of months after the passing of your wife and son. But you were having a good time. Made nothing of it. And then the Labor Day weekend events occurred. And next thing I know, I'm assigned to preside over all of your matters.
No joke, guys. This is legit. This is historical. What we're watching right here, this is literally South Carolina history, straight up, being in the law books, 100%. This is straight up legal history. Yeah, you're looking at one of the biggest criminals in South Carolina history, and one of the greatest judges, in my opinion. And one of his final, appearances behind the gavel. It's pretty powerful.
Not on your matters, but others as well. And we started out with over 100 charges, indictments against various folks, and we whittled that down to just a handful. Outstanding, and I'm happy to turn the page and turn not turn the remnants over to anyone else, but to certainly turn over anything pending against you to someone else. It's been said that these are white collar offenses. I've never had that distinction. I've never thought of it that way. I've looked at criminal offenses as criminal offenses. 3 property crimes in South Carolina is you can get 10 years in prison. People have gotten 10 years for shoplifting, third offense. I've sent people into retirement for committing of criminal offenses over and over and over again. I never thought of it as being a white collar offense. Have had employees do embezzlement, church secretaries stole money, preachers stolen money, many offenses. But I never draw a distinction between a violent crime and other crimes. Certainly the law makes a distinction, and many violent crimes are non-parole offenses. The plea I'm accepting with you, you must serve 85% of the time. The parties have indicated that they are the victims, to the extent that they can be called victims there. That's my preferred term for the group of people who have been preyed upon or victimized. They've all indicated that they would like for the court to accept the negotiated sentence. It is a stern sentence. The question was asked, what kind of animal are you? You're an enigmatic person. I don't know that you understand yourself. What comes to mind is the young man that I sentenced to death penalty for killing a police officer and setting his body on fire. And though personally I was opposed to capital punishment, he was sentenced to death. And writing up that sentence report, I concluded that he was heartless. He was just empty. And when I see you and I listen to you and I reflect on all that I've seen since being appointed, assigned to these cases, you come closest to that young man.
Damn, that's powerful, y'all. That is powerful. Whew. Man, Judge Newman has a way with words. I'll tell you right now. Man, I'd hate to catch a lecture from that man. Tootie said, the end of a dynasty, sad what he did to the family name. It is quite sad. Now his only living son, right, has to live with that name. It's pretty crazy, man. Back my BS. I don't think he understands himself either. I agree with that. I don't think he understands how the world sees him at all. Tootie says, crime is crime. Preach. Louise, yeah, I agree. He's evil. He needs to be in a cell by himself and only be let to eat bread and water, and give him a Bible to read and highlight him the 10 commandments, especially the one you shall not. I like it, Louise. I like it. Darcy says it's almost like Alex Murdaughs is smirking. He does. He does that. He's always got like this, not always, but he does this weird little semi smirk. Yeah, it bothers me.
Being empty, I don't see anything. I tried to reach you at sentencing in the other case. I've listened to you here today, and I don't see anything there. Hopefully something will emerge within your spirit, within your soul. Certainly, being a person of your age and intelligence and experience, you have a lot to offer to the people that you encounter on a daily basis in the institution. And I think it's admirable that you've indicated that you will help them and continue to try to do good by them. You'll certainly have a lot of opportunity to do that. As we look at all of us, none of us are perfect. Many of us do things that we shouldn't do. It's just unimaginable to me that you have done some of the things that you've done. And whether it's you or someone you become upon using drugs or through the process of just committing the crimes over and over the period of years, I don't know. I don't even know who I'm speaking to.
You hear Judge Newman. Judge Newman's doing what I do, guys. He's doing what Satterfield's family, the lady, forget her name, damn it, doing exactly the same thing. I don't know. He's so bewildering. It makes so little sense. Like for a human that was has this reputation or was looked at in a certain way, just to be completely void of those emotions. Like even the judge is like, I don't even know. That's something else right there.
To now. But being a person of power and influence, and the question is raised of what type of character do you have? A person who would prey upon folks who are vulnerable and who are of a lower perceived estate than you. how you would prey upon those people who you say you love, and you capitalize on the disparity of what you have versus what they had and what they need and what they desired. You know, in my years, I know of no greater joy as a lawyer that I've had during my 47 years as a lawyer than the joy of having a satisfied client, of delivering good results for a client and experiencing that joy with them. I can think of no greater joy than I've experienced in being able to deliver on behalf of a client. And I'm sure you've experienced that joy as well, until you decided that the only joy you're concerned about was your own. I take no joy at all in imposing this sentence, but it is what it is. And you'll have to suffer the consequences of your acts, continue to suffer the consequences, and hopefully some good will come out of you as you move forward.
Something's going to happen, though, guys. If you haven't caught this, something so Alex is going to happen. It's such a lawyer thing. When it happens, I'll point it out. I'm sure you guys aren't going to need me to point it out, but he does. Alex pulls his last shitty lawyer move. Tootie had it all, and the devil won his soul. The devil went down to South Carolina, not Georgia, I guess, huh? Alec won. Alec lost.
There are a number of counts here, a number of indictments, and you'll get an individual sentence to each one. On indictment, GS 4727, for money laundering, the sentence is 20 years. Obtaining signature of property by false pretenses, the sentence is 10 years. Second count of obtaining property by false pretenses, count 7, 10 years. Breach of trust with fraudulent intent, value more than $10,000, the sentence is 10 years. Another, obtaining property by false pretenses, count on indictment 4730, count 4, sentence is 10 years. Money laundering on indictment, same indictment, count 5, sentence is 20 years. Money laundering, count 8 of that indictment, the sentence is 20 years. Breach of trust with fraudulent intent, indictment number 32, count 1, sentence is 5 years. Money laundering under indictment number 33, count 2, the sentence is 20 years. Money laundering under indictment 34, count 2, the sentence is 20 years. Forgery, value $10,000 or more under indictment 35, count 5, the sentence is 10 years. Computer crimes under indictment 36, the sentence is 5 years. Breach of trust with fraudulent intent under indictment ending in 37, the sentence is 10 years. All those sentences will run concurrent with each other. Money laundering under indictment ending in 38, count 2, the sentence is 7 years, consecutive to sentences previously stated. Under indictment 01, 4701, breach of trust with fraudulent intent, the sentence is 10 years, concurrent. Breach of trust, fraudulent intent under indictment ending in 02, count 1, sentence is 10 years. Under indictment ending in 10, count 1, sentence is 5 years, concurrent. Money laundering on in indictment ending in 23, count 3, the sentence is 20 years. Under indictment ending 24, obtaining goods under false pretenses, the sentence is 10 years. Willful intent to evade or defeat payment of taxes under indictment 34, sentences 5 years, concurrent. You have one 20-year sentence and a consecutive 7-year sentence for a total sentence of.
Miss Darcy, is there any of his family there? I think Buster was there earlier. I'm not sure if he's there right now in court towards the end of it, but I think he was there earlier. Because I'm pretty sure Alec addressed Buster whenever he had his chance to speak.
27 years. Most of the offenses pled to are serious offenses under the law, subject you to the 3 strikes law. You are given credit for time served pursuant to section 241340 to be calculated by the South Carolina Department of Corrections. I think that completes the sentence. Anything further regarding this sentence?
Your Honor, just for clarification,
and I think the sentencing sheets reflect this, but he's got all those sentences concurrent for 20, and then there's one 7-year consecutive sentence. So he's got a 27-year sentence, 85% parole.
Yes.
I mean, max out.
Yes.
Right.
And it's reflected on the sentencing sheet.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Any comment about that, Mr.
Look
Waters?
at that. Y'all see his hands going nuts? So some of us, when we get flustered or we're having like an issue, anxiety, like stress, whatever, you can see it in most of our faces, right? Not with him. You don't see it in his hand. It's his hands. It's other, he puts it other places. Like, did you see how that pen was going, man? Yep. Tootie says, judge seems choked up. Yeah, Tootie, because I mean, think about how long that judge has been doing his job. And like, he's watched somebody that was part of his profession go from this well-known, respected individual to this. And like he said, he tried to like reach him. He tried to like reach into his emotions during the murder trial at the end when he talked to him. And there's no reaching him. It's just he's tapped. And then on top of that too, what a lot of people don't know is Judge Newman lost his son before the trial. So like, man, he's sitting up there and just, he's looking at a man that he thinks in his head took his own son's life. So that's all going to be playing into Newman's head as he's trying to like talk to Alec and find some humanity left in him, and he can't. He can't find it. There is a room Buster could sit in and see. Yeah. So they had him in okay. All right. Tootie, he is not a mean, callous judge. He just can't believe he's sentencing. Yep. That's what it is. He can't. Well, yeah. Essentially, that's what it is. Gator, he's got the poker stare for court, but body shows truth. 100%. 100%. Tootie says he knows this is the end of the road. Yep. The only way that he's going to get to shine again in court is if he gets the murder trial. He gets to run that back. Outside of that, I mean, this is pretty much it for his spotlight. And I'll be glad when he no longer gets to appear because, dude, the focus needs to come off of Alec, y'all. All right? Once we get done with this, the focus needs to come off of Alec and it needs to go back to Stephen Smith. That's where the focus needs to go at this point. So I'm glad this is coming to a conclusion. And I'll go ahead here. Let me give you guys the poll, right? So 25 votes on the poll. Do you agree with the 27-year plea deal? 72% of you said yes. 28% of you said no. I'll give you guys my opinion now. I agree with the plea deal. Why? For all the reasons that you heard by those attorneys. It's not just the cost. It's not just getting some finality to this situation. It's for the victims' families. Oh my Lord. Those poor people have already lived through so much BS. Can you imagine them having to go through more and more of these trials and having to drug out? So purely for the victim's sake, I agree with this plea deal. So yeah, it saves the state money. It saves a lot of time. It saves a lot of different things. But all that aside, for the families to have this finality and they don't have to be drugged through court as witnesses and stuff, to me, that's a good thing. It's a good thing. All right, guys. So let me keep rolling. But Alec is about to pull a lawyer thing. It still hasn't happened yet, but he's about to pull some shiesty ass lawyer stuff that I don't like. I don't like it.
That's correct, Your Honor. There's 20 years at 85% and then a 7 at 85%. And again, those are no parole offenses, meaning got to go 85%. Right. Or more, depending on how it behaves.
The sentence of the court. Mr. Murdaugh, any final comments?
No, sir. I will just reiterate what I did say to all of you.
Right here.
Your Honor.
Right.
You heard that, right? I just want to reiterate what I said to all you, right? He's looking back at everybody that's there in the courtroom. And what he's referring to is the bullshit that he spoke to the victims. Like, he got to have his chance to sit there and speak. He spoke longer than most anybody did in the whole damn hearing. And it was nothing but like just gaslighting and emotional manipulation, right? And it was disgusting, absolutely disgusting. I go watch it if you haven't watched it. It's infuriating, but go watch it. But that little right there, because during that whole engagement, when he's speaking, he reiterates the whole, I raised my kids, this, that, we raised our kids. So when he's turned around and he says, I just want to reiterate what I said, that's basically what he's alluding to, is that everything he said, including those remarks, that's what he means, and that's truth to him. So he pulled one of them lawyer things where he had to get the last fucking word in, and it was disrespectful. This dude is soulless, absolutely soulless, absolutely fucking soulless. Let's see. So criminal said just clears the state, but they won't go fed unless he wins murder redo. That makes sense. That makes sense. 2D, he cost folks enough, jerk, right? Criminal Matt, I'm sorry, 170 times in almost 1 hour. We all know when you hear it too many times, it probably ain't true, right? Ignore the judge, or yep. So yeah, guys, ridiculous. That last little thing pissed me off bad.
Thank you, Honor, and enjoy being with you.
Yes, sir. Very well. Enjoyed being with you as well.
You're not on the road.
Thank you all for the job well done.
I don't know if you guys caught that, but Harpoon was like, basically it was like, good to be with you, judge. And the judge told him, back, it was good to be with you. And Harpoon was like, well, you're not under oath. You don't got to lie. That was pretty funny. I'm going to have to give it to Pooh. That was pretty funny. Yeah, a little comedy in you, buddy. A little comedy. I like it. All right, guys. So that is it. That is the victim impact statements and the sentencing. And like I said, we did not cover Alex's portion where he got to speak to everybody. And that's because, well, I wasn't going to torture you guys. That's torture. Like I said, y'all want to go back and see what I was talking about. If you haven't watched it, by all means, go back. But I'm tell you right now, you're going to be like, damn, TPP was right. I want to break something right now. So fair warning, if you go back and watch it, which you probably should, honestly, just to have full context on everything, you should probably go back and watch it. But yeah, I've warned y'all. So oh dang, Ivamos, good to see you. You just coming in for the wrap up. But yeah, guys, so let me go ahead and do the shout outs real quick, and I'll do the channel, housekeeping and whatnot. It takes me 30 minutes to say bye and all that stuff. So hopefully you guys don't leave. Don't be leaving yet. You never know. I could do the shout outs and the housekeeping and whatnot, and we could get into a whole nother conversation you might miss out on. So don't be leaving yet. All right. Ivanless, we have gotten over the hump. We've gotten over the hump. Yes. Pretty much. Luis, trying my best to focus, but my daughter is making me cray with my ADHD self. Kids will do that. Criminal Man, if you watch it, put it on 2x, just say yeah, if you go back and watch Alec, his portion of the hearing, 2x, save yourself. Please do. He does that whole slow thing where he's really trying to make sure he's using the right words to manipulate people properly and just gaslight the shit out of the whole room. So definitely speed it up if you're going to watch it. Let's see. I almost forgot to put this one in. All right, there's that. And then wait up 1 second, guys. Okay. All right, cool. Jump back over here. All right. And Luis, thank you so much. You've done an amazing job. The last 2 live streams. Thank you for coming in, taking the position serious, staying in contact with me and stuff. Awesome job, Luis. Thank you. Ivamos, it was painful listening to him. Not a fan. Yeah, Ivamos, we covered everything except for him speaking today. We didn't listen to Creighton, list off all the crimes. We skipped that. We listened to the victim impacts, and then we skip Alex speaking, and then we listened to the the sentencing. So definitely had to skip that portion. I can only listen to that once. The other stuff, I can listen to that over and over, whatever. But Alec, not so much. But all right, guys, let me do the shout outs real quick. and we'll do the housekeeping. If you guys got anything you want to interject, though, down the chat while I'm doing this, you know what I mean? If there's anything going on in the news, any updates, anything, because with my schedule right now, we haven't been covering as much stuff as we usually do. So if you guys want to throw anything out there to touch on before we get out of here today, by all means, throw it down. We'll get into it. Miss Darcy, could you all say a little prayer for me tonight, please? I go for my bone scan and MRI tomorrow to see why all the pain in my bones. Miss Darcy, 100%. I already put my whole community is in my prayers every day, but definitely when you guys, and I know specific people have, that extra need, I definitely throw you on that though. I'm right there, Miss Darcy, for sure. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be okay. Okay, guys, I'll do shout outs. I'll shut up. We'll, you know what I mean. All right. So my November donators, through Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, we have Miss Sassy 7 with 1. We got Miss Angela K with 2. Miss TLC is me with 2. Miss Backrow Becky with 1, and Criminal Mel with 2, and Gator Hater with 1 for the month of November. Thank you, ladies, for donating. I appreciate you so much. And then my November supers, we have BM Turtle Madness, Moto Mom 23, ZA, Don Michelle, Lori P, Jeannie Ange, Angela K, Pat Gaines, Easy E, April P, Darzilla, Ivamos. Okay. Then for my November membership donators, people that have been gifting out the memberships and growing the lagoon. So y'all huge, helping us huge. We have Moto Mom with 45 gifted memberships this month. We got ZA with 5. We got Don Michelle with 1. We got, April P with 5. We got Ivamos with 15. And we got Lori P with 5. Thank you guys so much for every bit of the help, every bit of it. It all matters. Especially because trying to get that fund up for the computer, because y'all seen the last few live streams. Dude, I hit, where are we at right now? We're at 2 hours, 17 minutes. It's been happening around the 2.5 hour mark. Like, it's been struggling. So y'all, huge help. Thank you guys so much. Let me see. Let me check chat, make sure I'm good. Louise said, you're welcome. 100. I'm proud to be here for you. Praying for you, Miss Darcy. Thank you, Louise. Man, I have the best community, best community. Absolutely. Man, I love it, man. All the love in chat. You guys are absolutely the best. Okay, so what else do I need to do? Oh yeah. For all the new people catching me on replay, or if you're new here catching live, it's your first time. If you'd like to have me cover a case, cover a trial, if you want to reach out to me, if you have some information on the case or a trial, you want to give me, I don't know, your thoughts on the show, any of that type of stuff, you just want to reach out to me for whatever reason. We have my socials. We have Instagram, X, Facebook, right? And then we also have my email. And the links to all those are down in the channel description and the video description. So hit me up. Like, I'm pretty prompt at it, and I love to do the requests. So that's like one of my favorite things. So hit me up. Let me know. And then if you want to do a donation to the channel, all donations go to the channel to help run the channel. I mean, we're literally in our first year of growth here. We're going to be growing for a little bit. So know that everything goes back to building the channel up. Equipment, StreamYard, Canva, YouTube Premium, all that cool stuff. That's where it all goes. So that being said, if you would like to donate, we have Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and we also have the Amazon registry if you just want to help with equipment. But if you do any of those methods, if you donate through any of those methods, please leave your screen name. Remember the screen name so I can give you the shout out and put you on the donation wall, and just let the whole community know who is supporting us. Because you're not just donating to me, you're supporting the whole thing, the whole community, the whole channel, the whole growth. You're supporting it all. So our community needs to know who those people are, right? Because it's important. It's important. I'm not throwing shade. I don't like to throw shade, but I just feel like more content creators need to be doing that, be giving love back to their people. I don't see it enough, but that's what it's about. So if you do leave a donation, please let me know. Please let me know who you are so I can give you love back. That being said, If you're not in a place where you can make a donation, I understand that. I completely get it. I know how that is. You know, we all have our seasons. It's cool. So all I ask from everybody is not the donations. It's just show up, man. Show up, catch my live streams, smash some buttons, and tell some people about us. So that's all I can really ask for. That being said, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed our review, right? Our reaction to the end of this financial crime situation. Well, it might not be the end in the financial crime situation with Alec, but it looks like we're pretty much at the end of the road, guys. Let's hope. Let's hope. But that being said, love you guys. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Yeah, that's it, guys. It's your boy, the real Piscine Predator, aka TPP baby. And till the next video, the next live stream, or the next short, whatever the next thing is, I'm out, y'all. Much love. Peace.